What's up, everybody? It's me, Weeb here, back with another episode for What If Naruto Had One for All Part 3. So, let's just do a quick recap since it's been a few days since the last part has come out. As you guys know, Zabuza has finally appeared. Now this will be the first battle with Naruto, Kakashi, and Sakura and Sasuke versus Zabuza. So, let's get right into it. But before we start the part, I just want to let you guys know, thank you for answering and responding to those community polls that I've been doing, as well as going to watch that update video that I made, so that's great. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mostly like all Naruto what ifs, but then I think I might do like a few other series as well, just so I can have a bit more variety on the channel. Anyway, let's get right back into the story. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. But let's get right into it. As Naruto, Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura can feel the hair on the back of their necks stand up as their eyes widen when they look up to see this tall man with a symbol over his own headband covering his head and hair. Kakashi, who scrutinizes every detail on his face, realizes that this is Zabuza from the demon Zabuza, one of the 7 deadly swordsmen of the mist. Kakashi would then think about what he could do inside of his own mind on how to avoid having a confrontation or to protect the bridge builder at all costs without sacrificing his own teammates. Suddenly, Kakashi stands up from the blow and looks up towards Zabuza. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura take after their sensei's lead as they stand up as well to defend Tazuna. When Kakashi is about to get into battle with Zabuza, Kakashi thinks about the abilities that his team has. Naruto has access to what he knows from Minato Sensei is One for All, the Namikaze clan's special Kikki-Genkai. That could come useful if they can somehow get Naruto to combine or use his power. But again, Naruto is still training with that, and so he isn't going to have the full potential of power yet. So what can Sasuke do? Sasuke might have the access to the Sharingan, and Sakura, nah. Anyway, moving on from there, Kakashi then gets into battle with Zabuza. As Kakashi throws 3 kunai to dictate how fast this ninja actually is. He watches, analyzing slowly, that Zabuza's sword moved at about 0.3 milliseconds, slicing all 3 kunai out of the air as they are then shot perfectly into a tree, lodging into the wood board. Kakashi looks up at Zabuza and is kind of impressed, as Zabuza jumps down to the ground with his sword in hand, making a loud crash to the forest floor below. As he looks up at them now, Kakashi determines that they're pretty much almost done with this mission, since this level of ninja is quite advanced and very powerful compared to what they had before. Kakashi then tells his team to stay in formation and that he'll handle this, to watch what a Jonin ninja can do. Kakashi dives in and immediately starts with a substitution jutsu to throw Zabuza off. As the substitution jutsu goes running in towards Zabuza, then Kakashi creates 3 shadow clones. He then desummons the shadow clones directly behind him and the substitution to create the shadow clone poof smoke effect that he knows very well. This uses minimal chakra of Kakashi, and so Kakashi continues to run around and go to the right of Zabuza. As Zabuza then takes a sword and prepares to block a strike, the substitution comes running forward, and at that point, it then slashes with its own kunai. At that point, Zabuza slashes through the substitution as it's just a fake, nothing happens. Kakashi then dives out of the smoke, as he then throws another smoke bomb, jabbing his kunai towards Zabuza's face. Zabuza then pulls his sword up and blocks the strike, and then slams Kakashi with the butt of his sword, causing Kakashi to go flying backwards towards the team. Zabuza decides to take the more careful approach on this now, as he then activates his hidden mist jutsu. After Zabuza activates his hidden mist jutsu, he then surrounds the entire Team 7 with the mist, so that way now he can feel their entire chakra and any movements that they might make as well. Now that he has this under control, Zabuza then proceeds to take out the strongest among them. In the mist, he can sense that Kakashi Hatake is probably centered over there by the other. This makes Zabuza feel uncomfortable and also concerned that he may be doing something wrong, as that kid and Kakashi, no way. Kakashi could not have less chakra than that However, it seems to the mist that it does. So now Zabuza slowly, as he approaches Naruto, he has a sword in hand. He's about to slash down on Naruto, and Kakashi fights against Zabuza. The water clone that's been forming the mist from behind them is suddenly taken out by Sasuke, who throws a shuriken towards it. Naruto, who had sensed that it was there, then tries to jump in with Kakashi. As Kakashi gets put into a water prison jutsu as they fall into the lake, suddenly Naruto steps back as he's about to step foot in the water. Naruto then looks to Sasuke and back to Zabuza, as he then says that this might be risky, but he's going to rescue Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke asks what he's doing, and Sakura rushes in concerned. Naruto, what are you gonna do? As Naruto clenches his fists together, he then closes his eyes slowly and breathes deeply in and out. His muscles and his entire body seems to contract and pulse for several seconds, when suddenly it all just loosens. Electricity just explodes over Naruto's body, as he activates full cowling at 12% over his body. As Naruto pushes the limit even higher so that way he can defeat this opponent, he pushes himself to barely 20%. Naruto's body, which is decently stronger than, if we're hopping out of the story for a second, Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia's body is much weaker than Naruto. As Naruto, who's an Uzumaki, as well as being raised in a world where they start training from birth to be ninja who fight in war, then that puts Deku way behind. So Naruto, if you're saying that Naruto can't handle this much power right away, I just disagree with you. But you also have to remember that 20% of this one for all has been passed down much longer, so it's a lot harder to control in his body more than the normal one for all that had only been passed down a few times comparatively. Anyway, moving back into it. As Naruto's electricity courses over his body, the orange electricity flows throughout his hair and eyes, as well as his entire body, as I've said. Then he goes into the fight. Naruto then rushes forward across the wires. He jumps with his full strength just as he's about to breach the sand and make contact with the liquid. As he goes flying at Zabuza, Zabuza then swings his sword at Naruto. Naruto then puts all the power into his fist, as he then slams his fist into the sword as it's coming at him. As the executioner's blade slices and gets cut in half by Naruto's force, the blade is beginning to bend as the metal begins to crack and fracture from the strength of Naruto's punch. Air currents begin to flow behind the sword, as overall the entire sword begins to shake and vibrate. Zabuza is forced to let the sword go as it goes flying out of his hand and is lodged into a tree. A large wind barrier goes flying right behind it as Naruto falls into the water. Naruto grabs onto Zabuza's leg, and with the last of his one-for-all power, he then pulls him under the water. Then Sasuke, for good measure, rushes over and throws kunai directly at Zabuza as he's going under. Zabuza lets Kakashi go, and Kakashi now stands on top of the water. As Zabuza pulls himself up, Naruto's nowhere to be found. Kakashi quickly swims down to see Naruto stuck down there as his foot is lodged under a rock. Kakashi's about to help him out when Naruto kicks the rock off and smashes into bits. He gives a thumbs up to Kakashi and points upward, telling him to look out. Zabuza, who's now reclaimed his sword, begins to fly down into the water as we begin to take place of the battle underwater with Zabuza and Kakashi. As Kakashi then resurfaces out of the water, pulling Naruto out with him, he chucks him to the shore, taking a blow to the shoulder from Zabuza's fist. Kakashi and Zabuza get into an intense battle, almost animalistic-like, when Kakashi reveals his Sharingan, and then, as the Water Dragon Jutsu begins to be cast, Kakashi then suddenly wipes out Zabuza from the game, as Zabuza is kicked out of the lake and is sent directly into the other side. As Zabuza recovers slowly, then out of nowhere, apparently, Senbon come flying out of the woods as they come crashing directly into Zabuza's neck. As we know, Haku, with his Anbu mask, comes running out of the woods, picks up Zabuza, waves to the team, and then just basically uses the substitution jutsu to teleport away. At that point, now, the rest of the team is now recovering as Kakashi falls down from his overuse of chakra, the Sharingan. As he sinks underneath the water, Naruto dives back into the water and picks up Kakashi, dragging him to the surface, and pulls him over to the sand. As he then is placed down, they then begin to drag him back to Tauzen's house. Kakashi slowly recovers after many few days, and eventually Naruto, Sakura, as well as Sasuke begin to train of chakra control. As Kakashi trains the three on their control of their power for walking on trees, Naruto would pass out just like in the original when he and Haku have their conversation. As Naruto awakens, he can see that there's someone standing there, a very pretty girl, or at least he thinks it's a girl. Haku stands there and asks Naruto what he's been doing and what's going on with all these trees. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Naruto stands up, feeling fully recovered, and tells Haku that, well, he's training for some chakra control so he can become stronger. Haku then explains how that if you fight for someone else, then you become stronger for that person. Naruto doesn't really understand this at first, but says he does, as they depart ways and Naruto heads back to the group. Naruto and the rest of the gang would then head out to the bridge where they'd confront Zabuza as well as Haku. If you guys want to see the next part for What If Naruto had one for all, then make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Part 4 for this will be coming out today as well, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.
It's black and white.